Previously on Volume 1.
Ultra Gains!
Clearly taught in Volume 1, you now know the largest muscles and the benefits of training. So how do we train these muscles?
Volume 2.
Since you've already smashed that subscribe button, we can move on. Obviously, different people are going to have different goals to fit their lifestyles, so training them specifically to cater to those needs is crucial. The 5 basic forms of muscle training are strength, power, hypertrophy, endurance, and cardio. Strength and power go hand in hand because they refer to the amount of force your muscles can put out. Strength refers to the ability to overcome resistance, while power refers to the ability to overcome resistance in the shortest period of time.
Hypertrophy is how you build mass. Get massive! Just kidding. Though this is how people get massive, it refers to building of muscle size. Endurance training trains your muscles to perform for longer periods of time, to endure those lengthy reps.
Cardio conditions the heart, lungs, and associated blood vessels. So how do we train these forms? Training strength and power uses heavier lifts. Generally speaking, when you're training for strength, you want the weight heavy enough to only be reaching 3 to 5 reps per set. I give a range of sets and not an exact number because you ideally want to be maxing out your muscles at the end of your set without changing how you are targeting your muscles.
If you've completed 5 reps and you feel you can continue working, then you aren't lifting heavy enough. Form is crucial. You want to go until your form starts to dwindle. If you feel you will be too tired enough to complete the next rep with proper form, then you are at your max.
How does training power differ from strength, you ask?
Let me tell you.
When training power, you want to train the eccentric movement or lengthening of the muscle slowly, and
Power!
the concentric movement or contracting of the muscle. An example on a bench press would be to take 3 seconds to lower the bar to the chest, lengthening the pecs and triceps, and 1 second to press the bar up, contracting the muscles. You can also extend the muscle and halt on each second for 3 seconds before contracting for 1. Another term for the halting is an isometric hold.
Another way to train power is with ballistics. No. We aren't pleading the Second Amendment right now. An example of ballistics is box jumps. Energy is stored in the quads, hamstrings, glutes, hip flexors, and core as you begin squatting and preparing, and then is burst fired out of you as you launch yourself upwards.
Sprint intervals are also a great way.
But that's for later.
Hypertrophy! The only training that matters. All right, fine. It's not the only one, but it's the most fun.
As said earlier, this is training for size. Whether it's solely for aesthetics or because you're preparing your body for heavier lifts that require muscle, you will want to focus on this training especially. When counting reps, you want to stay in the 6 to 12 range, more commonly between 8 and 10 reps. Time under tension is crucial in this type of training.
Also for later.
Endurance training, as you've probably already guessed, involves more reps.
Who wants to do that?
A lot of people. And so should you. Training endurance is done with lighter weight, and you want to keep your rep range between 12 reps and 20 reps. Training endurance also involves less rest times. 30-second rest between sets is optimal for training endurance.
Our last and most grueling is cardio training. Training the heart and lungs can be done with or without weight, and most certainly involves reaching peak heart rates. Training to or close to your maximum heart rate is crucial when training cardio.
There are a few different ways you can train cardio as well. Low intensity, like jogging, and high intensity, like sprinting or swimming. Studies have shown that interval training is most effective when training cardio because it prevents your heart rate from plateauing. Like, what would happen if you were just to jog the same speed for an entire hour?
Training in intervals shocks the cardiovascular system and trains the body to lower and raise your heart rate accordingly. The faster you are able to lower your heart rate in your training, the stronger your cardiovascular system will be. An excellent way to do this is...
Sprint intervals!
You can start with a nice jog or steady walk. Sprint as hard as you can for 30 seconds, and then go back to jogging or walking for 30 seconds, and repeat. 20 minutes of interval training has been shown to be the most effective and burn more calories than an hour of jogging at the same pace.
Another way to incorporate cardio while training any of the other earlier mentioned forms is
Circuit training.
circuit training is the smashing of multiple exercises in one set. You could have 3 to 4 different exercises done back to back as one set before you rest, or do as many rounds of the circuit as possible in an allotted time before you rest.
Caution.
If you are thinking about any kind of CrossFit related training, form is still crucial. Oh wait, we're talking about CrossFit. They don't care, hence these photos above. Yeah, no.
Just because you are trying to get as many rounds as possible in your given time, it does not mean you abandon any form of reason and blast through your sets like a gimped monkey on speed to get through your sets.
The idea of circuit training is still to train your muscles the way you normally would, but increases the heart rate at the same time because you are using more parts of your body for longer.
Relax. I know you are desperately curious about time under tension, so here it is.
Time under tension.
Time under tension refers to the amount of time the muscle is contracted during a set. A lot of people have resorted to counting the time the muscle is under tension in a given set instead of counting reps. If your weight is selected accordingly, they should equate the same results.
If you are counting time for your sets, training strength is between 4 and 20 seconds in one set, hence less reps. Training hypertrophy ranges between 20 and 70 second sets, and endurance is between 70 and 100 seconds. Sets above 100 seconds
Are
are
breaching the limits into cardio.
in either training you're focusing on. Your mind to muscle connection may be the make or break in your training. Training and exercise like pull-ups or lunges are excellent compound movements. But if you aren't even contracting the main muscles used in these exercises as hard as you can, your sets may not be very effective and you may be on the long and winding road to your gains.
The first and foremost way to begin your mind to muscle training is sending your thoughts to the target muscle group. If your thoughts are in the muscles you're about to use, you're more likely to be contracting them. This is where it becomes a set of mind power and muscle power, because if you can maintain that connection to your muscle, you will swiftly accelerate your gains.
More than if you are just mindlessly blasting your way through each of your sets, going home and crying in the mirror holding your thousands of dollars of supplements because of how little you achieved.
What muscles are used in this exercise?
How about this? This is a pull-up. Different grips will target different parts of the body more, but the primary muscles used are the biceps and the latissimus dorsi. If my thoughts are in my abs, my body may try to pull me up with my stomach. My lats need to be engaged, which is the main muscle pulling me up. Remember where those are? Here. These muscles contract to pull the arms down, and the biceps contract to assist by bending the arms. Otherwise, you might as well practice
Levitating. Next time on Fit Cove.
Subscribe at the bottom. Subscribe at the bottom. Subscribe at the bottom. Subscribe at the